So today's hike is a hike that leads from the Crawford Lake Conservation Area parking lot and takes the shortest route possible to hook up with the main trail on top of the escarpment in the Rattlesnake Point Conservation Area. So lots of people like to hike from one park to another. This is a shorter route. In order to illustrate that, I'm going to draw some lines for you, but mostly the parking lot is located right there, and we want to go right here. So as you can see over here, the Rattlesnake Point area, the side trail leads you onto the main white trail, and that goes up, and then there's a side trail shown in a red dotted line here that goes down. So from the Crawford Lake area, why don't I draw with a yellow line here? Okay, we'll just follow this line here till we get to this point in time. At this point in the hike, it's an intersection well marked. There's a couple of different trails. You can take the white trail down into the canyon. However, the white trail is shown here in solid red line. It's a very, very rough section with rocks. So they built a little bypass that'll go down into the canyon and meet up with the white trail. So let's just follow it then down to about that point there. When you come to the bottom of the canyon, you'll pick up another side trail called the Leech Porter Side Trail. That'll lead you straight north up into the canyon. Now, see, the white trail does continue through the canyon and takes a different route up to the exact same point, but we're going to take the shortcut, and again I'll draw with a yellow line going up here, and that's where today's hike will meet the white trail right there. So this hike is 2.1 kilometers. If you were to continue on to the Rattlesnake Point Conservation Area lower parking lot, it's another 2.63 kilometers. Combined, that would be the 4.73 kilometers from the parking lot at Crawford Lake over to the lower parking lot at Rattlesnake Point. So that would be a pretty fair hike. Some people like to use two cars. And bear in mind, this is the shortest route. If you were to follow the main trail instead of taking the Leech Porter side trail, you would have to do a switchback. So that would be longer still. So headed towards the Visitor Center. There it is there. Shortly after the Visitor Center, there's a paved sidewalk. And at the end of the paved sidewalk is the blue side trail headed towards the canyon. That's where we're headed right now. So the first part of this trail, pretty rocky. Not so hilly at this point, but as you move on through the forest, it'll start to get rockier. And following the side trail towards the canyon, some ruins from an old building, and then you start to get into the edge of the escarpment and down into the canyon. We're going to take the left blue side trail, considered to be easier by comparison to the other routes. Both lead down into the canyon. This one's kind of a wider path, but quite muddy on a day like this. The other trail is far more rockier. So the side trail ends and hooks up with the White Trail for a while. You have to continue on down to make it right into the so-called canyon, and very shortly thereafter you go on the Jack Leach side trail that'll lead you through the muddy part of the canyon. That's why there's a boardwalk there, some places to sit along the way. Very shortly thereafter you start climbing up the hill. It isn't a direct climb to the top of the canyon. It zigzags a wee bit. Wide path in most spots, but it's a good climb. So within a short time, you'll get to the top of the escarpment, and that is officially Rattlesnake Point Conservation Area, and then it'll hook up to the White Trail